What's up, YouTube? Back in here again, boy. Young Link, right here. No, it's a little late, but anyway, I'm just going to the Boondocks season 4 first episode review. Yay! From the creator of Aaron McGruder. Um, I'm gonna put my thoughts on it. First of all, I'm gonna talk about the good and the bad. The good part is it was hilarious. I kind of like how they use Pretty Boy Flizzy, a rapper. They always use like celebrities to portray, in their images in their shows to talk about, how different things crazy things they do to stay relevant in the game. I remember he was saying like, "Oh my goodness, like you see all these women on me, you know, the only way to get women, American women, is Western civilization. Is basically you act a fool, you gotta have money and charisma." And I like how they show little subliminal messages and great messages to like that's relevant to today and to today's society that a lot of people are blind to, which is really great. The Boondocks they love doing that. I've been a fan of the show since '05. This came out when I was in elementary, so it had a lot of growth to it. Personally, my favorite was season 2 and season 3. And my favorite character is Huey Freeman. Huey Freeman, man, he's like a black revolutionist, man. Real talk. I love the fight scenes. I love how he's dedicated to martial arts and all great things, and the government conspiracies, different things that's uplifting, especially empowering the black community. Now he's not religious. Don't get that wrong. He's not religious, but he's conscious of everything that's going on. And he's a very smart character. I love him. Riley Freeman, man, love to stir trouble, love to be something that he's not. He's a wannabe gangster. Kind of love that in him. So it's really good. He's kind of funny on the show. So, and Uncle Ruckus, he's black, hates his own kind. Different things like that. So he say kind of racist things, but it's all good. But this is like one of the primarily black shows on the market right now. Well, as far as in cartoon, that is really good. I ain't talking about this old mess, this Tyler creative stuff. Like, no, that junk is crazy. But I'm talking about like strictly something that we can learn from and laugh at the same time is good. And they do use the N-word a lot, but hell, we use the N-word. Even whites, blacks, Asians, everybody use the N-word every now and then. So it's like, whatever. We kind of immune to it. Anyway, well, Pretty Boy Flizzy, I'm going to give you a generalization what the episode is about. Pretty much, Tom Dubois. If you don't know the show, you might not understand what I'm saying, but Tom Dubois actually is a lawyer, at Woodcrest, one of the best lawyers, in there. And Tom Flizzy, actually, he needed a lawyer to plead his case, okay, because he apparently, he robbed a liquor store, okay, and like, you're a celebrity, you want to get the, one of the richest or the best lawyers in town, so he got Tom Dubois, it's in a rich neighborhood, and he was like, yeah, I'll do it. But at the same time, in the beginning, Tom and Sarah, that's what the center. Tom and Sarah, they're always having bad relationships. And Sarah always saying he's so boring. He wants him to be a man and step up, put her in his place. They was arguing about that, little petty stuff. They've been doing that since season 2, back when a pimp named Slickback. Shout out to Cat Williams. But anyway, I mean, it was all good. So he got the method guy, see how he was coming from. They was giving him insights and tips on how to restore his marriage. He was like, "Hey, I help you restore your marriage if you help me win this case." And Tom Dubois was like, "Dang, I guess, man, whatever, man. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I'll do it." And so before he actually started the case, he did a journalization. He was like, "Wow, like this was fake." He actually turned out to be a music video. He did that so he can stay relevant in the game. That's how celebrities do. Most celebrities to make up different things, or support hoax so they can stay relevant, so people can talk about them. And some people can continue to buy their music, whatever, or support them and endorsements. So, but anyway, he decided to do that, and he realized he confronted Pretty Boy, whatever his name is. And then they were fighting, whatever. He was like, hit me. And there was fighting, different things like that, and Pretty Boy Flizzy, he refused to fight back because he wanted Sarah to let, Tom know that, hey, man, he's a man. He wanted Tom to know Sarah that he's a man, he stepped up. And that's pretty much it. He stepped up and became a man. So, and therefore, he restored his marriage after the end. And it was a good episode. You guys got to watch the episode. Well, it was. I mean, it was decent. It was decent. It wasn't like too funny, but it was all right. It was decent. It's the first episode, first season, so I know they trying to work on some things, but waited for like almost like what 4 years for this? 4 years. 4 years. Yeah, the latest episode was 2010, I believe. Yeah, about 4 years for this, but I mean, it was all right. Aaron Magruder left the show. I'm gonna get into that, but I mean, honestly, about this Boondocks episode, man, what can it be better? It's just that I just hate when they make episodes, they always centered to static characters like Tom Dubois. He's not the main character. He's supposed to be really Huey Freeman or the Freeman family in general. And it's just like Tom Dubois was like the star of the show. And it kind of got boring after a while. It's like, all right, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted Huey to intervene or come up with some new invention or something. Something that's crazy, something that's relevant till today. I want to like hear a message, a positive message. But at the same time, it was like, all right, I mean, Tom DeBar is supporting this coon, whatever this coon artist, this hilarious. But it's just like, I don't know, man. I just hate that on the show. When they make episodes sometimes. They always strictly center the attention of one character and exclude every other character on the show. Like Huey and Riley. I mean, Riley doing flips and shit, turning lights off, that's good, but I mean, at the same time, it wasn't like, dang, like, that's sweet. Like, they need to balance it out. I mean, it was just strictly about Tom. It was like Tom's episode. Like, really. And I kind of hated that. They used to do that shit back in the season 2 when they had just Uncle Ruckus, but at the same time they balanced it. This episode, it was just like, okay, like, all right, man, like, it's all sugar time. We all know Tom and Sarah is always having relationship problems. I mean, I guess the writers found a creative way for him to take back his marriage, whatever, but I don't know. And then they even had Jasmine, their little girl, playing a little role. But I was really disappointed that Huey had a small role in the show, in that episode. I hope it don't carry on like this in season 4. But if it do, man, I don't know, man, if I can support it like that. But it's a black show. Of course, I'm gonna do the best I can supporting, buy the CDs and stuff. It's a great comic. But they just need to be more creative. They need to stop centering just strictly one character throughout the whole episode and just exclude every other character because they got so much talent and abilities on the show. That's the only thing I probably disagree about. I ain't gonna say the episode was complete trash last night, but it could have been a lot better. A lot better. But but I don't know, man. I don't see how this next episode is. The Freeman family's supposed to go, I guess, bankrupt or something, broke or whatever, but that's strictly be about them. But they need to, I don't know, come together. Like season 1, season 2 and 3 was brilliant. I had some episodes like that, but at the same time, season 4, man, I waited too long for this. I don't want no trash playing out here. But I already know Aaron Magruder left his show, whatever, because that's saying he putting us too much positivity and truth on the show, which I think is some BS. But whatever, man. But he's actually working on a project. I heard about Jesus is Black, so that might be interesting. But anyway, yeah, they need to start focusing on attention to strictly one character and excluding every single character on the show. I mean, it was just like Tom Dubois episode. They should have named it that. By the way, man, I don't think it was a waste of time. At least I know what it is. So I'm gonna probably watch the next episode next week. So actually, I think it's this. Yeah, next week. So we'll see, man. We'll see how this is. It's gonna be a little different. That's all I gotta say. They still got the same podcast of Jenna King playing the voice of Huey and Riley. But I don't know. But since the director, the really creator, left the show, it's gonna be a little different, a little edgy. So we're still testing it. But shit, that's all I gotta say. I ain't dragging this video out too much though. But the Boondocks, I get an episode 6 out of 10. It's all right. It was alright, but they need to utilize every character, at least try. I know it's kind of hard because it's at least 30 minutes, but like some kind of way to be creative with. I don't know, like they did in the previous episodes in the season. So make it unpredictable because I kind of know it's like, oh yeah, this is all gonna be about Tom. The way it started off, they was at their house. I mean, well, first it was at the Freeman's house, and then Tom was having problems and everything. So it was like, whatever. So they just need to be more a little creative, but overall it's alright. It's alright, man. 6 out of 10. But this your boy Young Link in here. Subscribe to me, you guys. You know, follow me on Instagram and Vine. Be hilarious on there. And that's all I gotta say, guys. You know, share this, like this. I don't care, but this is my opinion. If y'all like the show, you know, if y'all watch the show, if y'all know what I'm talking about, or watch the show, just comment on here. Tell me what y'all think about the episode. I love discussions. So, but that's all I gotta say, man. Deuces.